One of the tools that I like to use on a monthly basis is the find duplicate keywords. Now, duplicate keywords used to be an issue 2 years ago. It's not much of an issue now. It simply just splits the traffic. It's not like your bid is going to bid up the price of one keyword if you've got it in 2 different locations. That's a myth that has perpetuated across the Amazon community. Don't worry about it, okay? Here's what I'll show you. If you use the find duplicate keywords, select a recent date range you want to focus on, like say the last 60 days I'd recommend, along with ideally focusing in on a specific product. Now I'm going to show all products in this example. I can sort this by where is my traffic going. For instance, I can look at impressions and say, where is Amazon showing my ad a lot? Because maybe they're not showing it to the correct audience. Maybe they are. Maybe I want to focus in and say, you know what, if my ad is going to be showing out there tens of thousands of times or even hundreds of thousands of times, I want to make sure that Amazon is showing it in the best possible locations. So in this case, I've sorted up by impressions. I'm going to go ahead and focus in on one. I happen to know that I'm going to focus in on a product which is a heated pet bed, okay? And I'm going to select on, see, cat pad heated. Let's go with this one. So this is a keyword that's in a broad match. And it's in multiple locations. That's why it's on this report. But it's cat pad heated, broad match, being shown 17,000 times to shoppers, and has some orders, has some, a sales history. Obviously, it's costing me money in order to advertise it. So if I select on this individual keyword, I can see all the locations that this exists. So I can see that it's in 2 different campaigns, but 4 different ad groups. And so it's in 4 locations. It doesn't need to be in all 4 locations. It needs to be where it's performing the best for my products. Now I can see quickly that my ad impressions are split. Okay, Amazon is showing it for all of these. However, there's only 2 that are actually performing, and one of them is actually performing with a really low ACoS. So in this case, I have 2 ad groups where it is performing, where it's converting to sales out of 4. Now, why am I running in these 4, in these other 2? Probably because I was doing some keyword research and I just need to go back and clean this up. So this is an opportunity for me to identify which keywords don't need to be there and then go back into, say, Advanced Report or go into Campaign Manager in Seller Central. So this is an opportunity for me to simply just consolidate between 4 locations down to maybe 1 or 2. I'll stick with 2 in this case. So what I can see is that I'm not getting any orders from these 2 other locations, these 2 other ad groups, likely a different variation on the same product, yet it's still getting shown the ad. It's just not producing the results I want. So I'd much rather have these 5,000 plus impressions shifted over to where I know it's actually going to convert. So in this case, I'm going to identify, here is the cat pad heated. It's in the broad match. I can go out to my campaign manager as an example, and I can identify in that ad group, I can negative match, or I can even pause or reduce the bid on the keyword cat pad heated broad match in these 2 ad group locations, so that now Amazon doesn't feel the need to show the ad impressions for those 2 that are not going to convert. It's likely to shift over most, if not all, of those ad impressions over to these 2 other locations that are going to result in more orders. So I can actually increase my orders by decreasing the wasted keywords that made sense as far as when we set it up to in order to research, in order for Amazon to test which keywords are going to show ads and convert for a product. But now we can see the data. We can see that it is really only working for 2 specific products. So now I'm going to focus all of my ad impressions into just those 2 products.